Are you charging what you're worth? Hi, this is Simon Jordan and welcome back to another episode of my Marketing Hints and Tips. So, are you charging what you're worth? I remember back in the day when I was charging next to nothing and someone would say to me, "So Simon, what do you charge?" And I'd be, I charge this much. And then there would be a pause, and then I would jump in and go, "Well, I'm sure I could do a deal. Maybe, if we can split the payments or whatever." And it would all fall apart, and the person asking the question would know that they had me, and they had me, essentially. And they could bargain with me and all the rest of it. It was a mess. Consequently, I would take on the job, and it would be a pain in the backside, and I'll get halfway through going, "Oh, I didn't charge enough and there's so much work to do," and it was crazy. Stop that. Stop that battling with it. Know your worth. So, look at your competition, for example. That's one way of thinking, how much could I charge? But sometimes you can up your prices even more than your competition. But as long as you're delivering that value and how you come across. So when someone says to you, "So Simon, how much do you charge?" You give them that price figure off the top of it, £10,000 for doing it all. Then be quiet. I've talked about this a lot. In fact, all this week we've been sharing stuff on social media about charging what you're worth. So the key is when someone asks your price, give them the price and then zip it. That's right. Be quiet. When I used to do sales years and years ago, we had this thing where the first person who speaks loses. So say your price, then zip it. Have confidence. Have confidence in the value that you bring. If you're umming and ahhing and messing around with the price, that comes across as unconfident. The person buying will then think, "Well, are they actually any good? Do they have enough confidence to fulfill that request, fulfill the job?" So, good way to do this is practice. Go in front of the mirror. I know it sounds a bit weird. Grab your comb like you used to when you were a kid listening to the top hits. We all did it. Practice in front of the mirror. So, Simon, how much do you charge? £1,000 an hour. I don't charge £1,000 an hour. But if you did £1,000 an hour and say it with confidence, that is the perceived value as well. So they'll think, "Wow, they said it with confidence. They must be charging that everywhere else. Okay, fine. I'll pay that," or whatever. It's a really key factor. If you're bumbling around, worried about what they're thinking, all that kind of stuff, that's where the error comes up. That's where you'll end up attracting the wrong kind of clients. They'll manipulate you, all that kind of stuff. So get used to this. Charge what you're worth. I see it so much in the alternative industry, the alternative health industry, where their prices are so cheap, or they don't follow up, and they're scratching around, you see. The only way to help the poor is to not become one of them. Don't undersell yourself. So make sure you charge what you're worth. Do the research, get confident at saying your price, and when you do say it, zip it. Because that comes across as you know what you're talking about. And you should have confidence in what you're doing. Your talents are needed in the world. Your gifts are needed. So don't be underpaid for it. Once your time has gone, that's it. You'll never ever get it back. So it's really key that you get that across with confidence. The biggest thief is the thief of time. So if you're not being paid well for your time, you'll never get that back. That's the time you're not spending with your friends, your family, your partner, whoever. And if someone's undervaluing you, that means you're undervaluing yourself. Self-love, get confident, charge what you're worth. It's really important. So for more information on how to build your business, build your brand, lots of other stuff, go to my website, simonjordan.com, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Take care. Bye.